So here we are again, friends. Welcome to another episode. The first real official episode of We Are the Militia. Now, the fact remains that recently, San Francisco has declared the NRA a terrorist organization. That's funny. Now, mind you, I'm not a member of the NRA, not anymore. I mean, they're not real activists. That's not my phrase. That's credited to Tim Harmsman of the Military Arms Channel. But the fact remains, it's 100% true. For an organization that started out as the first real civil rights organization, because if you don't believe that your Second Amendment right is a civil right, you're mistaken. Read a book. That aside, the NRA has fallen vastly by the wayside. They have not been an advocate for Second Amendment rights for some time now. So I'm not an NRA member, not anymore. But when I was, this would have undoubtedly made me a terrorist, which is funny. It's funny when you think about it, because factually speaking, as a Second Amendment supporter, I support our Constitution. As a matter of fact, unlike a lot of the people who would denounce our Second Amendment rights, unlike a lot of people who would take our rights away, I stood before my flag with my hand before God and swore an oath to support and defend my Constitution against enemies, both foreign and domestic. Now, I may not be serving at this current point in time, but if you think for 1 second that I have ever been relieved of the duties required by this solemn oath, you are mistaken. And with that said, I still stand by that oath to support and defend my Constitution. This is something politicians could learn from. This is something most Americans could learn from, because they don't have a single concern for our Constitution. Our Constitution, the law of the land, so to speak, this is not something that our founding fathers took lightly. They spent a great deal of time and effort and debate to ensure that the principles held within the Constitution were those of the utmost morality. Morality is a very subjective term these days, but it doesn't change the fact. Our founding fathers had our best interests at heart. They had the interest of doing, for the first time in world history, creating a nation with the best interests of the individual at heart. This has not happened ever before or since. We live in the single greatest country the world has ever seen. And if you don't believe that, then I'd ask you to please look at Sam Walton. Look at Bill Gates. The references are there. These are people who came from relative naught. And now they're some of the richest people in the world. You can't do that in most other countries in the world. That's a fact. When was the last time you heard of the richest man in the world being from Soviet Russia? From communist China? For all the money we give to China, how many richest people in the world do you know from China? It's a testament to how great this nation really is. And I mean, the fact remains, if you people can't support our nation, if you can't see things for what they are, then I don't know what to tell you. Because the fact remains, I want to say it was Sam Adams, but I could be mistaken, so don't quote me. But a wise man once said, if you're willing to give up a modicum of freedom for instant security, you deserve neither. You understand what that means? Do you? Our government relies on us. We do not rely on our government. That's the way it was always designed to be. Freedom exists in your hands. We live in the best country in the world. And forgive me for saying, I don't understand why you people don't understand that.